All right, all right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hot Seat Automotive Podcast. It's your buddy CJ here. And tonight, we're talking about all things automotive industry. We're talking about cars, all the things that real gearheads love talking about. Real gearhead talk. This is the place to be for real automotive enthusiasts. And let me tell you something, guys, welcome back. Your buddy CJ is so grateful for each and every one of my subscribers. Thank you so very much. If you're new, please give me a like and subscribe. Guys, this channel is really dedicated to all things that automotive enthusiasts love talking about. We talk about cars. We talk about sports cars and classic cars and supercars, exotic cars, trucks, muscle cars, you name it. Motorsports, automotive events, rallies, road trips. This is the place to be for all that real gearhead talk. So guys, let's go ahead and get right into it. First things first, anytime Ferrari comes out with a new car, it's news, okay? Can't have, one of the premier supercar brands in the industry come out and introduce a new successor car. And in this case, what are we talking about? The new V12 12Cilindri, okay? Which means literally 12 cylinder in Italian. This car is going to replace the 812 Superfast, okay? And we're going to talk about it tonight. So first things first, guys, let's take a look at it because I got to be honest with you guys. When I first saw this car, I kind of lost my mind. I am not the biggest Ferrari fan. Listen, I like Ferraris, but I'm not a Ferrari nut, full disclosure. But I gotta say, when Ferrari moves, when Ferrari introduces a new car, of course it's newsworthy. Of course it's something we got to talk about as gearheads and as automotive enthusiasts. So let's take a look at this thing, the 12Cilindri. Okay, this car is a V12 non-hybrid, non-EV. So first things first, kudos to Ferrari for producing a V12 naturally aspirated, non-plug-in hybrid in the new era. Woo! I love it, guys. This thing's going to be hitting the streets in the United States probably somewhere around first quarter 2025. This car will replace the 812 Superfast as the front engine flagship for Ferrari. Okay, that 6.5 liter V12 naturally aspirated, producing 818 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. That's the Ferrari 12Cilindri. Take a look at it, guys. There's the side shot, but let's keep going. Let's talk a bit more about it, and let's look at a couple more shots together because that's what we do here on Hot Seat Automotive Podcast. We look at these things together. So there's another shot of the 12Cilindri. So now the bad news, maybe, or the good news, depending on your perspective. The base price for the coupe probably coming in somewhere around $425,000, which means you will not be able to come anywhere near one of these for $425,000. I mean, with options, this is a $500,000 car. Why wouldn't it be, right? It's a Ferrari. It's a V12. It is the flagship front engine car for Ferrari. Also going to be available as a Spider. Now, the Spider is going to have a higher MSRP, $468K, somewhere around that. So look at the profile of this car. Kind of interesting, guys. Coming out of Maranello, one of the things that Ferrari said was rather than have primarily classic Ferrari styling and influence on this car, they went with more of a science fiction theme, literally. Ferrari said that. So more of a high-tech science fiction theme. And I think it came through loud and clear. If you compare this to an 812 Superfast, you definitely see, at least I see, let me know what you think in the comments. I definitely see very different styling cues and a very different styling language or theme associated with the 12Cilindri here. Now, let's keep going, guys. Let's look at a couple more shots together because I know you guys love this stuff as much as I do. Who's having more fun than us tonight? Nobody. Come on, guys. Leave me those comments if you're having fun and enjoying this as much as your buddy CJ is. Now, here's the rear shot. Look at this thing. This is the rear shot of the Ferrari 12 Cilindri. Okay. I think this thing just screams high tech, that science fiction theme that Ferrari was going for. No joke. I think they pulled it off. And I think this thing really looks cutting edge, really looks innovative in a really cool way. I was not a big fan of like the Roma styling cues and styling language. I know there's a whole bunch of people who will say, oh, the Roma is the most beautiful car. I don't see it. I don't see it. To me, it looks like an Aston Martin Vantage, okay? Or maybe a Jaguar. Like, I'm not a big fan of the Roma. And I don't know. There's a lot of cars I'd rather have than a Roma. When I saw this thing, the 12 Cilindri, wow, my heart skipped a beat. It is a beautiful car. It is an aggressive and striking looking car as the flagship front engine Ferrari. You know, I guess you could argue that the competition for this could be like an Aston Martin V12 Vanquish with that twin turbo V12. You know, there's other front engine performance cars, but more in the sports car category. I would put this truly in a supercar category. And if I think about something like a Mercedes-Benz AMG Coupe, you know, first of all, not even in the same class, not even in the same universe as this car. The Ferrari 12 Cilindri completely outclasses that car. And I'm just not a big fan of the AMG GT Coupes, whatever, that whole thing. I mean, I've driven those cars. I've checked them out. I want to like them. Not a big fan. But listen, let's get back to this car. What they're saying is that this car, and I'll go back to sort of another view, which I think gives us a better perspective on the 12 Cilindri. Let's go ahead and look at this kind of sharp photo here. Guys, Ferrari's saying that 10 to 15% of the allocations for these 12 Cilindris are going to go to new Ferrari owners, and all the rest of the allocations will go to recurring Ferrari owners, current Ferrari owners. You know, I'm not a huge fan of Ferrari's customer relations and customer service approach. Let's just put a pin in that for now. I am a fan of some of their cars. I mean, who isn't? If you're an automotive enthusiast, there's a lot to love and a lot to like about Ferraris. Maybe there's some things that you don't like if you look deep into their history around some of their cars anyway. But listen, the 12 Cilindri, all indications are this is going to be an absolutely incredible car. I can't wait to see one in person. What they went with, guys, was lighter engine components, okay? And different gear ratios. So building on what was the 812 Superfast architecture to get higher performance out of this platform. And what we're talking about here is 0 to 60 in about 2.9 seconds in your Ferrari 12 Cilindri. Top speed of 210 miles per hour plus. So this is a ridiculously quick and fast car. Why wouldn't it be for your $450,000, $500,000 Ferrari? You know, this is the one you want as the front engine flagship. You're talking about an all-new aluminum chassis. This car has four-wheel steering, so just an absolutely just an absolutely incredible, legitimate supercar coming out of Maranello. We'll start hitting the streets, as I said, probably here in the United States, Q1 of 2025. Now, I got to show you one other shot here, guys, before we go, because let's get controversial. Why not? Now, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Look at the Ferrari 12 Cilindri from the front. Again, you're picking up those high-tech, what Ferrari calls sort of a science fiction theme in the design language for the 12 Cilindri. I don't know about you guys. You tell me. But when I see the front of this car, I'm picking up Porsche Taycan vibes. Am I the only one who sees it? Leave me comments. You know, again, I love what Ferrari has done here, having not seen it in person at this point, only going by the press photos, etc. I do think it's a fantastic looking supercar. I'm eager and excited to see one in person. I've seen many 812 Superfasts over the years. I was just on a rally with an 812 Superfast. I've seen the cars. I've checked them out. I've never driven one. I think this car really brings it into the modern age and gives it sort of a high-tech look. to what is a very similar platform car to the 812 Superfast. Why wouldn't it be? This is the successor. But listen, I claim when you look at the front of this car, anybody else thinking Porsche Taycan? Am I the only one? Be honest. Be honest. Okay. But listen, I'm not hating on it. Guys, I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about the new Ferrari 12Cilindri. This is a big money car. This is the flagship front engine V12 Ferrari. Kudos to Ferrari. Listen, I am not the biggest fan of Ferrari as an organization, and I'm not going to get into that. Maybe I'll cover that in another episode. I've been to the Ferrari museums. I've been to their plant, their factory. I've been to their headquarters. Maybe I'll do an episode on that. But, of course, I'm a fan of many, many of their cars. And, I'm certainly a fan of the 812 Superfast, and the 12Cilindri absolutely looks like it's going to be exactly what it should be, which is an incredible flagship successor to the 812 Superfast in terms of their front engine V12 line. And listen, how exciting is it that in the modern era here, in the era of the hybrid and the EV, and everyone going in that direction, including Ferrari, but God bless them for coming out with this V12. Car guys rejoice. Ferrari has come out with yet another all-engine V12 super high performance supercar. So let's rejoice, guys. Hey, I just wanted to come on here and talk to you a little bit about the new Ferrari 12Cilindri. What do you guys think about it? Leave me those comments. Give me a like and subscribe. Your buddy CJ loves you. And be safe out there, guys. Listen, I'll speak to you on the next one. Till then, peace.